Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, John. And today, we talk about the Iron Giant, the 1999 classic that's turning 25 years old this year.
I
Yeah,
forgot I'm turning 26.
damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah, we all are. Yeah. I never thought I would be attached to a robot voiced by Vin Diesel.
I forgot it was Vin Diesel.
I'm like, you just realized now.
yeah. I forgot he keeps playing like things that only say they're like one thing.
Yeah, or at least not the comprehensive sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, like going back to this, fuck, dude, such a nostalgia trip.
yeah,
Because I remember watching this like repeatedly when it would come out on like Cartoon Network or Disney. I don't know if they showed it, but it's such a trip watching this.
yeah,
And it does have that whole like 80s feel,
yeah.
like that 80s wonder of like, kids finding like supernatural or like alien-esque things at their backyard and they just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
It is such a fucking journey and I love it. I'm sorry, I'm already kind of giving my score, but like, man, it's Iron Giant. Like, you can't go wrong with that shit. It's
Yeah,
even
it's
Spielberg too. So I'm like,
Yeah, directed by the guy that did The Incredibles years later.
I can see.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with you. It's a classic. Like it's, nah, I can't see anyone dislike it other than that. Oh, it's animated. You're like, shut up. This
Who?
is like the people who are like, it's animated. Therefore, it's for children. You're like,
Got you.
go away, please.
Yeah.
Like if you, that's such a old and tired argument. Where it's like, just because it looks like that doesn't mean it's for children. I get that it has a rap for being for kids, but really, you think kids would be like, yes, my main takeaway from this lesson is you don't, your destiny is not preordained. You make your own destiny. I don't see
Or
a
like,
5-year-old being like,
yeah.
don't be a 5-year-old being like, preordained destiny is bullshit.
Like a kid just like comes up to you and just like, "Do you watch the Iron Giant?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you think a gun has a soul?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, leave me alone. But yeah, like you don't see kids doing that. Like it's such a stupid argument where they're like, "Oh, it's cartoons for kids." It's kind of like saying, "Oh, Wiggles are for the adults because it's live action."
Yeah.
You know? And watching this movie, like especially where it's like set in, it's clearly set in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it is the height of the Cold War. There's a space race. Like like the United States is already like on the edge.
Yeah.
I want more when a fucking giant robot like kicks in, and how it comes in though. Like it's a fucking meteor, and once it comes in, like you just imagine you're just a person on a boat, and then you run into that thing.
Yeah. Here's like, what is my life?
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's the lighthouse. Why is there two light bulbs?
Right?
Like, no, thank you.
I think one of the best things is that after all this time, the animation is still stunning. It's still stunning.
It holds up. It
Yeah.
really does. And
And
it's, in my opinion, much better than some of the recent stuff that we've had.
Yeah, definitely. And like, it also makes me miss 2D animation, hand drawn. I was like, yeah, we don't really get this shit anymore.
But like, yeah, the shocking thing for me as well is that yeah, it's a story about like a kid fighting a robot, befriending it, and it is a weapon.
Yeah,
It is a gun, and it's starting to like it experienced like Bambi for the first time, and like like yeah, it sees like a dead deer and
Yeah.
like it wants to be better
yeah,
than what it is, and we know what it is. We get like a little like flashback of what this thing is, and I love the story.
yeah,
Like it's just a desolate city, and there's just like it's like the ending of Attack on Titan, where there's like a lot of them,
yeah.
you know. And I'm
You're
like,
just like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, like what poor world had to fucking succumb to that,
Right?
you know? And like this thing is like self healing,
Yeah,
but it couldn't heal that little bump on its head,
yeah.
and I'm like, and that's why it's nice. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Like, if it just ended with them faking out Mansley, you'd be like, all right, it's a good movie. It's decent.
Yeah.
Like, but the fact that it goes on to its ending, you're just like, holy fuck, that hit harder than I ever thought it would.
Yeah. Like, well, speaking of Mansley, like, yeah, I know he's the bad guy, but like side characters felt like main characters here.
Yeah.
They were so well written. They felt so alive. Like the voice acting here, I really wish like Jennifer Aniston like did more voice acting because she did great as the mom.
Yeah.
But like everybody here did an amazing job. Where I forgot I'm watching a 2D animation.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, like, knowing what we know, because it's set in the 50s. So when they're watching the propaganda, like, oh, all you have to do from a nuclear bomb is to hide under your desk. And you're like, sure, that works. If you want to.
Worked in Hiroshima.
Like,
Work here.
Be obliterated, sure.
Yeah.
But like, it's just funny seeing what the timeline is and what we know now. And you're just like, that does jack shit for you.
Like,
yeah.
do you see those like TikTok videos where they're like, when a nuclear bomb hits, they're like, what's the first thing to do? And they're like, oh, the blast will probably be like, you know, like waist high. So like, get on the floor. I'm like, the blast is gonna be everywhere. What are you talking about? Your house is gonna be gone.
I wish. Maybe they'd be like, it's no bigger than my thumb.
You know, like, is it safe that it's bigger or smaller than my thumb? And it's like the mushroom cloud encompasses the entirety.
Man. But yeah, like the moment he turns back to himself, you're just like, oh, okay, this movie is going another direction.
I like it.
Yeah.
He is alien.
Yeah.
He's not like man-made. Like there's a gun that just like makes something disappear. Not turn it into ashes. It's just gone.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Mansley stays a heel throughout the entire time. Even the general's like, yeah, it's only responding because we're pointing guns.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to drop a nuke, and Mansley's like, drop the nuke, and the general's like,
where's the robot,
bomb, Mansley?
No, where's the robot, Mansley? I was like, he's like, right.
Fuck this, I don't want to die for my country.
Yeah.
And the robot's just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, that's honorable discharge right there.
And like,
dishonorable. Sorry,
yeah. And by the end, when you think it's the end of the town, you feel it. You're like, is this movie going to end the darkest way? Because I saw this late in life. I saw this when I was like 15. So,
really?
Yeah. So when the ending was here, I was like, and I didn't see any videos about this. I was like, am I really going to see a movie about a town being obliterated by the atomic bomb?
You know, like, it's just a message.
Yeah. I'm like raising my seat. I'm like, I don't, it was late at night too. So I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep with an uncomfortable feeling. But like, I went to bed with tears because the robot sacrifices himself being Superman. I'm like, oh, okay, that's better than being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like that was nice because like it was the entire journey of the robot in of itself. Like him seeing the concept. He doesn't know what he is.
Yeah.
But he sees the concept of like what he can be.
Yeah.
And he chooses not to do it. Yes, he succumbs to it. A little bit of a cathartic moment there. No, like, no. Wait.
What?
Hey, come on! They were like shooting at him. I'm like, if I'm a big robot, I'm like, flip your tank, you know, like.
Sure.
But yeah, and then he like he reverts back to his like old self because like Hogarth's like okay,
yeah,
and he's just like shit, I know what to do.
Yeah, just like you don't have to be a gun. You can choose what you want to be. And like again, that's why. Like when people are like, it's just for kids, and I'm like, again, does a 7-year-old can a 7-year-old take that lesson? And it's like, you can choose your own destiny. I haven't heard a kid say that to me ever.
I'm not surprised if a kid goes like, I can be a gun. It's just like,
I'm like, that's not the lesson.
Wait.
But yeah, pretty good movie. Still holds up, and like, I'm not surprised it still holds up. Like rewatching this, I'm like. Not surprised that the animation's still crystal smooth. I'm not surprised that the story still hits the way it hits. I'm not surprised that it's still a timeless. Like, I'm glad that it's considered. It's not a mainstream hit, but I'm glad it's like still revered as one of the best animated movies.
I agree. Like it is a cult classic kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like not a lot of people know it, and hopefully this gets out to everybody. Like watch it, Iron Giant. My God, you guys are missing out on such good storytelling
Yeah.
and like great animation too, especially for something that came out in 1999.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not saying nothing good came out in 1999. Like Sinbad and like like Road to El Dorado like came out around the same 5 years ish. You know, Eh, but it's just like it is part of those like in that league. You know, like how people would say Treasure Planet was
Yeah.
so underrated and like was so glossed over, like Atlantis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is one of those cases where like the Iron Giant was kind of glossed over and like only now where like people are appreciating it and just remembering it. So yeah, to any new generation who's actually watching us, watch the Iron Giant. It's a really good show.
So,
Movie.
yeah. Pretty good. What would you rate the Iron Giant?
I got no cons with it.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like again, I feel bad for giving things 10 out of 10s, but it's just how I feel. You know, it hits a nostalgia bone in me. I remember watching this like when I'm like in grade 6.
Yeah.
You know, just like I got nothing else to watch but this, and then it's adult like theme like kicks in. I'm just like I'm learning so much shit.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, so it's yeah, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. It's I can't go lower.
Yeah, same. 10 out of 10. It's a pretty good movie, a classic for a reason. And yeah, something one of the best animated movies from the 90s. But yeah, that's been a video for The Iron Giant. What's your favorite overrated or underrated movie from the 90s? Whatever it is, please comment down below. But if you want to see more of us, please leave a like, subscribe, and bang the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the video Zoda's voices on TikTok and Ange Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
You can find me at JohnJuM_ on Instagram at his America.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.